RugbyWrapUp.com. Global sports reporting, sometimes with a wink.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention toward the American flag for the national anthem, performed by Mackenzie Doherty.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, would you still remain standing? We're now going to do a Memorial Day ceremony. It's first started by a moment of silence, then followed by Amazing Grace. God bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Borden Stadium at Rumson Fairhaven High School here in New Jersey for the Rugby New Jersey Championships. We've got a big one coming up right now. We've got Bridgewater in the red and black, the Bridgewater Panthers versus the Mud Turtles of Union. Well, I got to check the Mud Turtle name, but it's Union, and We are looking forward to a great match here today. Stay with us. We're getting some technical difficulties ironed out, but enjoy the match. All right, folks, we're back. We are here at Borden Stadium. We've got the Bridgewater Panthers in red and black, and they've got the ball on a penalty. They are facing Union County RFC Mud Turtles. They're defending. We're about we're playing 30-minute halves, I believe. 30-minute halves here, so we're just about 3 minutes in, folks. So you haven't missed much, but this is a great event. Rugby New Jersey event, and there's the line out, taken by red. If you're just joining us, in red and black are the Panthers of Bridgewater, and it looks like it's a knock-on. It was a knock-on. It was almost a stolen ball, but it was a knock-on by Union, so it's going to be Bridgewater ball. I'm Matt McCarthy. We're here trying to see if we can launch this thing live, but if not, you'll be enjoying this later after the fact, but hopefully you haven't gotten the scores. All right, here's the push. Taken off the back of the scrum by the number 8, Nick Mitchell, for a big gain. And it's a try. Bridgewater draws first blood. Check that. No try. Held up, it looks like. Or actually a penalty. It seemed from the celebration that was certainly a Bridgewater try. It wasn't. It's actually a penalty to Union, who withstood a potential try there. And now it's a line out. Pat Hoey, the hooker, will be throwing in. The camo jerseys and the blue shorts, it looks like, today. And that's great for Memorial Day weekend on the part of Union. They control the line out. Got a nice crowd here. Fans from all over the state of New Jersey Some of us came down from New York City. There's a big hit. Number 10, Nick Coury, the fly half on defense there, and now stolen by Bridgewater in a big break. These teams are really engaging in some hits. Taken it to touch and turned over. Nice tackle on the part of Union. Quick line out, not working in their favor though. They are now on their heels with the ball in their own try zone, trying to clear. And that's a heck of a clearing kick right there by Union. Want to be careful with those quick lineouts when you're deep in your own end. You might want to lean toward the conservative, especially in a match like this, where both teams can strike at any time. There's a throw in from Ryan Salvatore. Gandarillis feeds his big man, Ryan DeVries. There's Eric Laputka. There's Nick Mitchell, nicknamed Mitch. Opposing captains today are Jordan Barham, the loose head for Union, and the blind side, Mike Polanco of Bridgewater. And the ref blows up the whistle. And take it quickly, but it looks like a penalty. He took the quick tap, but it wasn't where the referee had decided it was, so he brought it back. They still have the ball, Bridgewater does, and they're going to opt for posts. Kicking duties fall on the shoulders of wing number 11, Liam Idell. And we announced earlier that it was a try, and it wasn't. It was actually a penalty earned by Union when we thought it was a Bridgewater try. You might have seen some of the fans celebrating. Not sure if we had audio at that point, but indeed it was not a try, so this is for the first points of the match. Flags go up, crowd roars. Bridgewater on top, 3-0 here at Borden Stadium.
Score is 3-0 Bridgewater.
There's a quick restart trying to catch Bridgewater off guard, and they retain possession luckily. Heady move by Union. Here's the ball out. Taken to the ground and presented. That's what you want to do. You got to do the basics. But knocked back by Union and stolen. And all of a sudden, Union with a burst. Looks like Pat Orth, the fullback, coming in. Trying to hold him up as Bridgewater, but they can't. Orth gets to the ground. Oh, nice play by, looks like the number 8. But he was offside. 9 out of 10 times when the number 8 can hit a scrum half coming out of the back of the scrum, the base of the scrum, in a situation like that, he's offside. And he got nailed for it. Quick tap instead of a kick for touch. And rambling forward. Looks like Sebastian Morales. Sebastian Morales already on my radar for great hair. All right, there's number 9, McClaney. Throws it out. On the outside, they might have a number. Great running on the outside by Union. Can they break it in? In the corner. There's a lot of bodies down there. And it looks like it's going to be a scrum down, knock on. little bit of a tough vantage point here, so forgive us if we're a little bit off base, but it looks like, yeah, it's indeed a scrum down, but it was knocked on by Bridgewater. So it'll be Union ball. Ball's in. It's picked up. Looked like it was picked up by Spencer Pascal. And out to the back line. There's Ryan Dones crashing from the 12 spot. Here's Morales. Sloppy pass, but collected nicely by Orth. He's got some help. Here's Morales. I beg your pardon. Looks like Isaiah Alejo. Big fella wrestled to the ground eventually by about 17 defenders. Ball's out. Nice pass by Hunter Musson, the fly half, and then he loops. And on the far side, Union questioning the Bridgewater defense. You're just joining us. We're at Rumson Fairhaven High, Borden Stadium, for the Rugby New Jersey Championships. This is the Bridgewater Panthers in red and black versus the Union County RFC Mud Turtles in the camo, as it says in parentheses, sometimes camo. And couldn't be more apropos on Memorial Day weekend. And it was a great salute we had earlier with the bagpipes, Amazing Grace, and a moment of silence, respecting our veterans and those that serve. All right, it is 3-0 in a nail-biter so far. Both teams have had momentum. Both teams have played great defense. There have been multiple phases. And here's Bridgewater. Interesting kick, not looking for touch. Bounce. Orff. Oh, nice coverage by Bridgewater on an inadvertent pass by Pat Orth to Cameron Varnish. All right, here's one of the big boys. Rumbling, tumbling, stumbling from Bridgewater. Big number, number 3. You got to love Ryan DeVries, nicknamed Rhino, and you know why. There's the open side flanker, Adam Armheiser. He gets the ball out. Apologies if we're assassinating any names in the booth, folks. We expect your letters. All right, it's going to be a penalty to Bridgewater. All set up by the raging Rhino, Ryan DeVries. Gotta love when a tight head prop gets into the open field and sees nothing but backs in front of him. The eyes widen. I want to thank Brian Sheehy, my colleague in the booth here, for the hot black coffee. Thanks, Brian. He's going to come in. He's wearing a bunch of hats here today, but we'll get him on the mic so you don't have to listen to me the entire match. Might even get Chester, the cameraman director, here in on the mic too. He's saying no, but we might utilize him. All right, Bridgewater on top.
Coffee.
We got some more. Looks like we got more coffee coming in here. I've got a cup already, Brian. Love when he fetches me coffee. Thank you, Brian. But back to what's really important. Bridgewater in red. They're not out of bounds or in touch, as they say, because it's a football. The football lines are more narrow or narrower than a rugby pitch. And by pitch, we mean field. There's number 12. Chris Starkweather on this gray day, pounding it forward. Out from the base of the scrum. That was Brock Ganderellis. We have some great names here today, folks. Brock, Rhino, Starkweather. And it's a try for Bridgewater. Wow. And that's going to make it Nick Mitchell, nicknamed Mitch, like Team USA head coach John Mitchell, who has announced that he'll be going to the Blue Bulls of Super Rugby after the Rugby World Cup qualifiers for Team USA ending this summer. So with one Mitch leaving, we've got a new Mitch making his name right here at Borden Stadium. The conversion is not close, not good.
The score is 8-0 Bridgewater.
So we have 8-0. You know, folks, Rugby New Jersey, since 2012, has coordinated the High School League in New Jersey for both boys and girls, initiated a Fall Sevens League, and established an outreach rookie program throughout the state. It's an amazing, amazing thing that they're doing here, and they've got this youth rugby movement for all ages growing, and it really is a microcosm of what's going on in the United States. Just last week, yours truly was in Kansas City for the National Rugby High School Championships, 24 teams of high-quality, high-caliber athletes, and we had a great time. There was a 3-day tournament, and this is just another example of how rugby is growing in the United States. Kudos to New Jersey Rugby and all their coaches and staff, many of which are volunteers. And if you love the game, please contact KJ Fury, who is the president of Rugby New Jersey and also the mother of the first family of Rugby, the Furies. Her email is kjfury, F-E-U-R-Y, at optonline.net. All right, back to the live play. Smashing forward Bridgewater, met by an avalanche of camouflage in the Union defense. But again, here goes Rhino. I beg your pardon, that was not Rhino. That was just another big man. One of the locks. We'll get his number in a second. I think that was Jack Jucher. In the meantime, the ball's been pilched by those in camouflage, but they are visible to the defense in red. And Bridgewater forces a bad pass on the part of Union. Oh, that's a knock off the tackle, but then a second knock, and it's going to play the first knock, I would imagine, so it'll be Bridgewater ball. Good opportunity to counterattack for Bridgewater, but in his Ernst, the player knocked the ball forward. Got about 12 minutes to go in this first half. 8-0 in favor of the Bridgewater Panthers in red and black over the Union County Mud Turtles in camo off the back of the scrum. Going nowhere was Gandarellis, tackled by McClaney. Taken by the big fella, Mitchell, who's got a try. Beg your pardon, that wasn't Mitchell. Here's Doug Laputka, whose brother is the number 4 that I think just ran the ball. Now it's a knock-on. Looks like. Yep, knock-on and turned over to Union. Referee having a few words with the scrum half, number 9, Sean McClaney of Union. Got a chance to see some of those big boys up front right there in that scrum. McClaney digs it out. Gets it out to his back line. There's the big number 12. That was Ryan Dones testing the defense of Bridgewater. Bridgewater trying to clear. Meantime, still driving. That looks like Sebastian Morales. There's a big boy. That's It looks like Isaiah Alejo. I beg your pardon. That was Jordan Barham. Gotta get my bifocals prescription changed. Bridgewater gets the ball back on a turnover by Union. That's what happens when those big boys start running the ball. They get a little sloppy, thinking they're just going to run over a back. Now here's Rhino, just dishing. Oh, he eventually got tripped. But he's not an easy man to tackle. See a guy like Rhino running the ball out there. I'm glad I'm in the booth. Bridgewater driving forward into Union territory. They're still driving. It's now a maul. Our referee in the hot pink top and orange cleats is okay with it all. Still driving, but stolen by Union. McClaney. The long locks of Charlie Monzo took it to turf, and now it'll be a penalty to Union. Little dinged up on that play, it looks like, is Sean McClaney, number 9. I want to verify that. But he looks okay. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. I beg your pardon, that's not McClaney. That might be his number 10. Hunter Musson. Musson's okay. He's back to kick. I'm sorry. That looks like I'm wrong again. It was. Can't see the number from here. Yeah, that's Musson, and he is looking like he is still a little bit under the weather, so to speak. It's going to be a line out to the team in camouflage, the Union Mud Turtles. Here's Hoey's throw-in, taken nicely. And ball's out. Let's see what they can do. Musson gets rid of it, gets it back. Little dicey pass, lucky to hold on. Well done by Musson, who was banged up earlier. Union retains possession. There goes number 13, Cameron Varnish, to the turf. Turns to his team. Nicely held on to by Spencer Pascal, who initially had problems with it, and enables Musson to kick it down, a little pop kick. Oh, and a great stick. And a turnover, but I don't know about this. This is a penalty on the hit called by the referee, and it's easier from up here, but that certainly didn't look like it deserved a penalty. It looked like a clean hit. And it ain't tennis. In the meantime, Bridgewater takes the penalty, kicks it into touch in Union territory. And they have the lead 8-0 with about 7 minutes left in this first half. It has been a great first half. Some great hitting. Some multiple phases. We've had the likes of the Rhino rumbling down the pitch from his tight head position. Oh, but here's Bridgewater on attack. Here's number 12, Starkweather. Now taking it out of the base of the scrum. Little go forward. There's not much give, though, in the Union defense. Now there is just slight bit of movement. Clapping his hands, calling for the ball. Eric Chris Neese, or Nice, depending on whether you're French or not. There's Nice. Gandarellis digs it out. Phases forwards. Here's the big number 8. That's Nick Mitchell. And Mitchell rumbling. Good defense by Monzo. There's a loose ball picked up and scored.
The try for Bridgewater.
Try to get the number of who scored there. I think it might have been Nick Corey. I'm not sure. Gonna see if we can get the number of the try scorer there. A lot of blank faces in the production tent.
Try scored by Bridgewater, number 10, Nick Corey.
Nick Corey with the try. And the conversion is good.
And a successful conversion by Liam Ito.
Liam Edel with the conversion. And that
Score is 15.
little less conversation, a little more rugby. This is something Elvis would say. That's kicked into touch. Not kicked into touch, sorry. I'm looking at the football lines. And there's number 7, Adam Armaheiser. Armaheiser running the ball. The Armaheiser. There's Starkweather. You've got the Lapuka brothers here, ladies and gentlemen. Number 4, Eric, and Doug as number 15, the fullback for Bridgewater. Always like to see that. And rumbling down the field. Great run down the field by Nick Mitchell. Again, this is a great event by Rugby New Jersey. The Rugby New Jersey State Championships. If you're just tuning in, we're at Borden Stadium at Rumson Fairhaven High School. Great facility. And this is a match between the Bridgewater Panthers in red and black and the Union County Mud Turtles in camouflage. Bridgewater is on top, 15-0, with about 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Be great for Union to get some points before the half, but kicking it into the opposition's hands isn't going to help. Not crazy about that choice. And here comes Bridgewater. They are in the red and black. On your camera, they are going right to left. Good tackle there by Sebastian Morales. No ground ball fielded cleanly and pitched out to number 11. Here goes Idle, who kicks for points. Not into touch yet. Don't be deceived by those football lines. It's the thinner yellow line outside of that. Oh, and it's knocked on by Corey, who just scored a try earlier to give his team a 15-0 margin, but turning the ball over to Union. Referee giving some instruction real fast to the boys up front. Not that they ever listen to the referee, because a lot of referees are backs and front row guys don't listen to backs. Here's Pat Hoey putting it in, taking it off the back of the scrum for Union. Waits a little bit before giving it off to If you're wondering if there's been a substitution at fullback for Union, there hasn't. He's just wearing, Pat Orth is wearing number 16, not number 15. And I only bring that up because I thought I was hallucinating. Anyway, Bridgewater in possession of the ball and the lead, 15-0. Crossing into Union territory. They are in the red and black. Tough pass handled nicely. Looks like by Eric Lapuka. Taken to the turf. Oh, and pilched from the bottom of the ruck by Union, and now they're on attack. And it's going to be a penalty to Bridgewater. Unfortunate. It was great to earn the turnover in the ruck on the part of Union, but then the penalty gives the ball right back to Bridgewater. And instead of kicking down for touch, oh, no, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, the wiser choice here is to kick for touch, maintain possession. Not exactly the best kick for touch, and perhaps that was reason for the hesitancy. But no harm, no foul. They still retain possession and a 15-0 lead. And this looks like it might be the last play of the half. The scoreboard is not always in tune with the referee's time, and that's the only time that matters. Taken by Bridgewater. Oh, there's the Rhino. Ryan DeVries punishing another Union tackler. There's Starkweather. Gets the ball out. Laputka. One of the flying Laputka brothers for Bridgewater. Here's a nice run forward by Chris Nice. Nice run by Nice. And it will be brought back. No advantage gained on the penalty earlier. It looked like coming in from the side, called on Union. And indeed, this is all extra time on the referee's watch. This could very well indeed be the last play of the half. Going for posts here is number 11, Liam Idle, or Idle. Kick is up. It looks good from here. And it is no good. No good, and indeed that is our half here at Borden Stadium. 15-0 on top is the Bridgewater Panthers over the Union Mud Turtles. And we're going to take a brief break and be back in a few moments.
We're going to do a late introduction for both sides here. Number 1 for Bridgewater, Chris Cook. Number 2, Ryan Salvatore. Number 3, Ryan DeVries. Number 4, Eric Lapatuka. Number 5, Jack Juster. Number 6, Mike Polanco. Number 7, Adam Armanzer. Number 8, Nick Mitchell. Number 9, Brooke Pendralis. Number 10, Nick Corey. Number 11, Liam Idle. Number 12, Chris Starkweather. Number 13, Chris Nice. Number 14, Sean Smith. Number 15, Doug Lapuka.
Ginger.
In the lineup for Union, number 1, Jordan Barham. Number 2, Pat Hoey. Number 3, Isaiah Alejo. Number 4, Anton Krall. Number 5, Charles Manzo. Number 6, Sebastian Morales. Number 7, Danny Tarnowski. Number 8, Spencer Pascal. Number 9, Sean McLeany. Number 10, Hunter Masson. 11, Peter Morario. Number 12, Ryan Jones. Number 13, Cameron Varnish. Number 14, Griffin Gonzalez. And number 16, Pat Orth.
Second half, rugby. Throughout the state of New Jersey. Without the volunteers hours, Rugby New Jersey would not be anywhere where it is today. Please follow Rugby New Jersey on www.rugbynewjersey.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost ready for our second half here at Borden Stadium at Rumson Fairhaven High School. I'm Matt McCarthy with Rugby Wrap-Up, helping out here at the Rugby New Jersey State Championships. You're watching the match right now. It is the Bridgewater Bull Panthers on top of the Union Mud Turtles, 15-0. But all of this wouldn't be possible without help of our sponsors, like the 1547 Critical Systems Realty Group, and special thanks to the Raymond family. We've also got Cornerstone Global Commodities, and special thanks to the McManus family. Hi, Jamie. We've got other sponsors. We've got Gary Allen Modular Homes and Avison Young Data. The rest of our valued sponsors are Geico Insurance and Harry Roth, Green Tech Assets, Howley Financial Group, Lightfield Ammunition, the Martin Group, Morgan Stanley Group, and Mark Brawny. MREIC, Monmouth Real Estate Investment Group, and Mike Landy. RSE, Sullivan Electric, and Rich Sullivan. Shea Communication and Dennis Shea. Western Beverage and Val's Tavern, and special thanks to the Smith brothers, Chris and James and Kevin Feehan. All right, we are ready for this kickoff in the red and black, going left to right. Bridgewater with a little bit of a kick to, not going too far, to Ryan DeVries. I beg your pardon, reading that backwards. That was Isaiah Alejo. But meantime, the ball is kicked back downfield by Union. Bridgewater on attack, up 15-0. We're here at Borden Stadium, Rumson Fairhaven High School, Rugby New Jersey State Championships. Exciting match despite the score. In camouflage for Memorial Day, the Union Mud Turtles, red and black. In the lead is Bridgewater. Union in camouflage really needs to get something going. They are down 15-0. Great crowd, great weekend. Hope you're tuning in. And even if you're not watching this live, you can always watch it later and tell your friends about it. We need as much support as we can, specifically for groups like Rugby New Jersey, which is basically the product of hard work by a bunch of volunteers. President KJ Fleury of the First Family of Rugby, the Furies. Had the fortune of doing a town hall with Tess at the Yogi Berra Museum in Montclair, one of the many different events that Rugby New Jersey puts on. Anyway, back to live action. Bridgewater turning the ball over after a big stick from the defense in camouflage of Union. Taking to the turf, the big fella, Isaiah Alejo. Ball's out to the wing now. Trying to get someplace. Ryan Dones doesn't get anywhere and loses the ball. Bridgewater earns the turnover. It'll be a knock-on. Not played after the advantage, so Bridgewater will get the ball. In other words, they didn't gain any advantage after the initial knock-on and then knocked it on themselves. Are we live?
We are live.
All right. We are also live if you're just joining us. We think. But either way, we're going to have... It's not... Because we're moving this. This is moving. Yeah. No, you can't. It's going to go... Our cameraman's losing his marbles there a little bit. Sorry, folks. In the meantime... Bridgewater on attack, looking for more. They are up 15-0. 15-0 they lead. All right, there's a whistle. Sorry, we had a little confusion there. We're trying to experiment with other cameras, and it crossed my eyes. Very fragile. Referee having a few words. I'm wondering if there's going to be a yellow or just a warning about a yellow. Talking it over with Pat Hoey, the hooker and captain, and looked like the big fellow with the long blonde locks, Charlie Monzo, was in there. Maybe he was a bit naughty, but he's still on the pitch, which is a good sign, but it's going to be a penalty to Bridgewater. They're looking to pad their 15-0 lead to 18. And it's going to be Liam Idle who nails it. 18-0. Bridgewater really starting to separate from Union. Union in the camo. They need to really be visible in this next 25 minutes or so because we are not playing 40s, we are playing 30s, folks. 30-minute halves. Okay. Here goes the restart. In rugby, when you score in 15s, you get the ball back.
The score is 18-0 Bridgewater.
Ball goes into touch, but it was playable, and it went 10 meters. So it is not back to the 50. It is a line out instead to Bridgewater. Chester, our director of photography, is starting to get a little fancy with the camera, but I splat him with broken equipment. That's not true. There's number 10, Hunter Musan. Gets the ball out. Number 16, Pat Orth, the fullback, races it down in the corner for a try, and suddenly, right before our eyes, the camouflage of the Mud Turtles of Union are visible, and they are on the scoreboard, 18-5. This will be a tough conversion from Musson after he made a great play to free up Orth, who took off down the sideline or the touchline. I expect your letters and notes for making the mistake. Thank you. Tough angle kick. This would really be a boost if he could make this one. Kick is up, and it looks like it's good. Oh, no doubt about it. Makes it look easy, and that is like as high a difficulty as you can get in a kick. Wow. Great conversion by Musan. And as a result, they'll get the ball back. Need more incentive to score? You get the ball back when you score. Done. Interesting to see where Nick Coury decides to go with this. You'll notice in high school rugby and youth rugby now, different players at different positions doing different things. You'll see a tight head prop, drop kicking, or kicking restarts. Right there you saw this number 10 Coury, where he doesn't kick for points, but he kicks restarts. And it's because a lot of these players are developing their skills playing both codes of rugby, 7s and 15s. All right. Camouflage, Union kicks it right back into the hands of a charging Bridgewater substitute, number 22, it looks like, Tommy Van Doren in. Also, number 17, Matt Alessandro has come in the back row. And to that point, Alessandro is the kind of player that can play back row and center. All right. Here's big number, Jordan Barham. He gets the ball out to Orth. Orth gets it out to Marquel Wiles. And Miles is taken into touch. Miles earning some good meters. Write that one down. But it is Bridgewater ball, and here is that hybrid Alessandro throwing it in. Oh, there's the Rhino. Oh, he's just looking to faceplant somebody. Ryan DeVries, a.k.a. Rhino. He may only rumble a couple of meters, but it's always exciting and frightful for the defense. Referee's got a few words. Referee Mike Delano. Mike Delano, the referee, my teammate for the New York Rugby Club. Little those folks at home know that he's blind, deaf, and dumb. Just kidding, Mike. Not really. About the blind part. But it explains the fuchsia top. He is a daring man when it comes to fashion. And he awards the penalty. It finally dawned on me. I knew the running style. I couldn't make out the face from the distance. And then the legend that is Mike Delano became evident. Also evident is the score here and the time. 18-7. Bridgewater Panthers in the red and black, leading the camouflaged Mud Turtles of Union, who are putting the ball in here. No, they're trying to spoil, beg your pardon. Alessandro, and they do indeed spoil, but it's knocked on and into touch. So I believe it's going to be a scrum down to Bridgewater. See what referee Delano has to say. Certain parts of Italy, he's known as Delano. Other parts, he's known as Delano. Same for New Jersey. Northern Jersey, he's Delano. Down here by the shore, he's Delano. Here's the put in. Brock Gandarillis, one of another great name, many great names here today. Just like saying them. Out on the wing. Oh, not to be taken down by one man is the Union ball carrier. Union now putting together phases. Do they have enough time to make the comeback? We'll see. McElhaney. Here's McElhaney going to the mark, towing it through. Never really kicked it to himself, but he was behind the referee. There's Alejo. Ground ball fielded nicely by Musson. Taken on the fly by Tommy Van Doren. No hesitancy whatsoever. And the big fellas ramming each other up front. Standoff won by Bridgewater. On attack, Alessandro. Alessandro, a spark off the bench so far. He has his team marching forward again. That looks like Jack Jucher. 19 minutes left, 18-7. Bridgewater in the red and black, on top of Union in the camouflage. Panthers leading the Mud Turtles. That sounds a lot like Mad Turtles, and I want to give shout out to the University of Buffalo, who used to be the Mad Turtles and are now the Bulls. Some Jersey Shore dignitaries that were with that squad include Mark Lawrence and Steve Malloy. Again, I want to thank our sponsors, specifically the 1547 Critical Systems Realty. Let me say that again, 1547 Critical Systems Realty. Certainly want to thank them. Special thanks to the Raymond family. This is all possible, folks, because of the hard work of Rugby New Jersey. If you can help, you want to volunteer, because they're mostly volunteers, please contact KJ Fleury. Meantime, contact is made and the ball's taken out over near the wing by Union. Great run up the gut. Met sharply, though, by the red defense and stolen by Nick Mitchell, who just ripped the ball out of the Union arms. It looks like a little bit offsides. The fans want it, but Delano lets it go. Take it to the turf around the neck. And you can tell there are more Bridgewater fans in the seats here at Borden Stadium, apparently, than there are Union fans. And they are riding the referee, but he is calm, collected, and not hearing it, making the right calls. Telling the boys what's up. Mike Delano is a player, basically played anywhere on the pitch. Hooker if you needed it. Scrum half. Center, wing. I've seen him prop. So if there's something in rugby in a situation, he knows it, he's seen it. Looks like it might be. Is he going to issue a card, I'm wondering? No, he's just adjusting his clock. There's the kick into touch. Or not into touch. Oh. The kick wasn't into touch, which was a mistake, but Union knocked it on and didn't take advantage of it. So now it's going to be a scrum down off the knock on by Union to Bridgewater, and this is a critical point in the match for Union. The Mud Turtles really need to do something here because they are down 18-7, and Bridgewater is just meters away from really making this a difficult comeback. Also want to give a shout out to Cornerstone Global Commodities and special thanks to the McManus family. If it's Jamie McManus, just want to point out that he knows absolutely nothing about baseball. Yeah, Jose Reyes will be retired in 3 years ago. He said 15 years ago. But we want to thank the McManus family for their contribution to rugby and recognizing what a great sport it is. In the meantime, here's Mitch off the back of the scrum. A little slow to rise. And back down. Looks like an ankle injury for one of the Bridgewater guys. He could be gassed with a little bit of a dinged up ankle. Trying to see who that is. Looks like he's coming off. but everybody on Bridgewater is starting. That's number 8. That's Mitchell. What a match Nick Mitchell has had so far today. He has been all over the pitch. And coming in for him, looks like it's going to be Philip Smalling.
Substitution, Bridgewater, number 20 for number 8.
Yeah, there's Mitchell. He's going to sit down for a well-deserved rest right now. His team on top, 18-7. He has been a huge factor, early on favorite to be man of the match, but just like that, Ryan DeVries takes the tap and punches it in. So now we have a dilemma in the booth. If Bridgewater should hold on, who of those two will be our man of the match?
Bridgewater, number 3, Ryan DeVries.
There's the Rhino roaring and pointing to the crowd. Making it 23-7. That could all but be the death blow for Union. And here to add to it, looks like Liam Idle is going to try to tee it off again. He's been pretty good for kicking conversions. And there is no exception there as he slots it. 25-7.
Number 11, Liam Idle.
If you are just joining us, 25-7 here
Don't
at
forget to visit our concession stand for
Borden Stadium.
coffee, hot dogs, juices, and there's t-shirts for sale as well.
Here's the restart, taken by Bridgewater. Father Time is not looking down fondly upon the camouflage Union Mud Turtles right now as they trail 25-7 to the red and black Bridgewater Panthers. 14 minutes approximately left in this second half here at the Rugby New Jersey State Championships at Rumson Fairhaven High School. Borden Stadium, a great facility. Number 22, who came on earlier, Tommy Van Doren, showed absolutely no hesitancy or rust coming off the bench. I got to tell you, he's been a spark plug, as has been number 17, Matt Alessandro. We've got a man down for Bridgewater. His teammates calling for water, which is usually a better sign than any in this kind of situation. Take a moment to thank some of our other sponsors, Val's Tavern, and special thanks to the Smith brothers, Chris and James, and Kevin Feehan. And don't forget, folks, Val's Tavern will be the site for the post-games celebration. And it's not just for rugby. We go there for any post-game celebration, even if there's not a game. That's Val's Tavern. And if you mention Pete Hogan, you'll get a free glass of sarsaparilla. Unfortunately, there's an ambulance on the field right now, ladies and gentlemen. Player is moving. Legs, hands. So hopefully this is just precautionary. Time you can see Union trying to figure out what they can do to come back in this match. They haven't had the answers thus far, as Bridgewater on top 25-7, scoring coming from all sides in their squad. You've got props scoring. You've got back rows scoring. You've had backs scoring. You've had penalty kicks and conversions. It's been a complete performance by Bridgewater so far in the red and black. And it's been a great match by Union as well. They have played tough. It's just not their day right now. But it's a great facility here at Borden Stadium here at the Rumson Fairhaven High School. We'll be back in a few minutes.
In California, I'm a Chris Christopherson Sunday morning. I'm a mom and dad singing along with Don McLean. Yeah, and I'm a child of a backseat freedom, baptized by rock and roll. Never let me know when the garden of Eden. Never grow, great ride on the boulevard of rock and dreams, and I knew everything I needed to know. John 3:16.
Who is down?
Everything I needed. That's right. Mark Twain on the Mississippi. I'm Hemingway with a shot of whiskey. I'm a TV dinner on a tray trying to figure out the wheel of fortune. I'm a Texaco star. I'm a Gibson guitar. Still a teenage kid trying to go too far. I'm a jukebox written in a neon bar for a quarter. I'm a child of a backseat freedom, baptized by rock and roll. Never let me know when the garden of Eden. Never grow. Never in the great wide open on the boulevard of broken dreams, and I learned everything I needed to know. John 3:16. The longer I live, the more.
Just somebody go down and ask the coach or something.
Anybody know the number of the injured player? 9.
Together, Red! Together!
Okay, folks, we're back after that bit of a delay for the injury. Fortunately, it looks like it's more precautionary than anything. We'll try to get you more information later on in the match and in the day, but it may have been Brock Gandarillis, the scrum half, who was taken off, but we did see him moving. Anyway, putting the ball in now, it looks like it's going to be Number 10, Corey, has moved into scrum half. Nick Corey's moved into scrum half, and we'll see who's taking his place in the back line. Meanwhile, in camouflage, Union turns it over. McElhaney runs it out to his back line. He gets some help from Ryan Dones, but it is taken back by Alessandro of Bridgewater, and he rumbles down the pitch. There you go, big run there into the back line by the open side. Armaheiser. And there goes, looking for another try is Mike Polanco with a great run. Dragged down by his shorts. He almost ran in his birthday suit into the try zone. Meanwhile, Bridgewater still on attack. Still on the gas pedal, up 25-7. About 12 minutes left in this match. Bridgewater Panthers in red and black. Union Mud Turtles in camouflage. And here's number 12. There's Chris Starkweather. Bringing some sunshine into the try zone.
Try scored by Bridgewater number 12, Chris Starkweather.
Stark, as they call him. Not Weather. Puts his team up 30-7. 30-7 here at Borden Stadium, Rumson Fairhaven High School. The Rugby New Jersey State Championships. Bridgewater on top, 30-7 over the Union Mud Turtles in camouflage. I'm Matt McCarthy of Rugby Wrap Up. Here, thanks to Brian Sheehy and the Rugby New Jersey folks, specifically the Fleury family. KJ Fleury, the president. They need your help. Please contact them. Help grow the game of rugby, and certainly spread this match to your friends. It's always okay to watch a replay. Heck, if Ireland versus New Zealand was tape delayed on NBC Sports, you can watch this one too. All right, back to live action. Bridgewater taking the restart and taking the ball right back at Union. Both teams credit to their coaching staffs respectively. The Red and Black Panthers, you've got Rich Beck, Jim Thule, and Jason Del Grasso. And on the other side of the ball for the Camouflage Mud Turtles out of Union, Bill McElhaney, whose son looks like he's playing number 9. So there's rugby continuing here, and we love to see that. Bogdan Moraru, whose son is also playing here. He's number 11, the wing. You've got Mike Cray, or Mike Crawl, I beg your pardon, and Joe Dabalis. It's always great to see kids following in their parents' footsteps in rugby, male and female. Meantime, Bridgewater pounding the ball forward. Referee Delano letting it play on. You know, referees often have styles indicative of their play. And Mike Delano liked the game to be played. Didn't like a lot of meddling by the referees. And there's a knock-on. Let's see if it's called. And maybe after the knock-on, there was a bit of a horse collar, and that's going to be a penalty. Quick tap taken by McElhaney. And not back 10 was Corey, who's now subbing as scrum half for Brock Gandelaris, who was taken off, and we are certainly rooting for him. Our thoughts and prayers with Brock and his family. Meantime, number 13, Cameron Varnish with a run, taken out of the back of the scrum with McElhaney, who's had a busy day. There's Musson kicking to the corner. Oh, great bounce and a big try. Wow. You couldn't have asked for anything better there. A great play. A fortuitous bounce goes right into the Union ball carrier's hands. Try to find out who that is for you in a second. The fans are going crazy, rattling the stands and press box. That looked like one of the big fellas. It looks like, that's number 14.
Union 14, Griffin Gonzalez.
Griffin Gonzalez. Double G's. And speaking of double G's, the kick is good. So refusing to get the memo that the match is over, Union Mud Turtles scoring again, 32-14. And they will get the ball back. About 8 minutes left here at Borden Stadium at Rumson Fairhaven High School. The Rugby New Jersey State Championships. Matt McCarthy of RugbyWrapUp.com, where you get global rugby reporting, sometimes with a wink, here with the pleasure and honor of being in the booth. My director, producer, Chester, working his magic here. We've got another match to come, folks, so don't go away. Meanwhile, we've got plenty of rugby here. 7 minutes. A lot can happen in 7 minutes, and there's a little bit of a disjointed start there, and it's going to be a turnover, I would guess, and a scrum down or a choice of a kick to Union, and they're going to opt for the scrum down at midfield. Nick Curry, with a little bit of a false step there. Call it a balk in baseball. He balked on the restart. And instead of a runner getting a base, team gets a scrum down or a free kick. They opted for the scrum down. McLaney setting his troops. Ball's out. Here's Orth. Orth takes it to ground. Griffin Gonzalez looked on as the big fella, Jordan Barham, takes it. When Barham's had the ball, everybody knows it because he is a big fella. Same can be said for his counterpart in the front row, Isaiah Alejo. But on the other side of the ball, Chris Cook, Ryan Salvatore, and Ryan Devries have been all over the pitch for Bridgewater. And the Locks have battled all day long. Anton Kral and Charlie Monzo, or Charlie Monzo of Union, and Eric Laputka and Jack Jucher of Bridgewater. Here's a knock on for Union, results in Alejandro barreling forward. He's got a guitarist's name and a Marine haircut. You love that combination for Alejandro, number 17. Alessandro, I beg your pardon. I said Alejandro. Alessandro. All right, it'll be a scrum down to Bridgewater on top with about 5 minutes unofficial time left on the Borden Stadium scoreboard. Brought to you in part by 1547 Critical Systems Realty. Special thanks to the Raymond family. In camouflage, Union Mud Turtles trying to get some last-minute lightning in a bottle with 5 minutes. They're down 32-14. There's a little pop kick by Masson. He had magic the last time he did that. Hooking up with Griffin Gonzalez. No such luck this time. Back on defense, the red and black of Bridgewater. Referee Delano will bring it back to the original knock on, it looks like. Yeah, and he's going to award the ball to Bridgewater. But Bridgewater's scrum half has moved in from fly half, Nick Curry, that is, in the place of the injured Brock Gandelaris, I beg your pardon, when we are certainly thinking of Brock and his family. We know Brock wants his team to win this one, and they are on their way. Here's it looks like was that a forward kick in the ball? That was not a good kick. A quick tap off a penalty taken by Union, but the pass sends them back. Here's Griffin Gonzalez. Little extra some going on there. I beg your pardon. That was Marquel Miles, not Griffin Gonzalez. And it looks like another Union try, making it a little more interesting with 3 minutes approximately left in this match. It is now 32-19, pending a conversion. And the quick conversion taken and missed, it looks like. No good on the conversion, and that was
That
was a big miss. Right in front of the posts. But they're dancing in Warsaw as Danny Tarnowaski puts it home. Number 7, he's had a great game. Open side. But that was a huge miss of the conversion right under the posts. Normally a given or a gimme. No such luck here. And now the restart taken by Union on attack. They truly need a miracle here, but they've played very good rugby today. They've just been bested by a very strong Bridgewater side today. And there's an example of the battles up front that have gone on all day between the packs of both of these squads. Now, here's Miles. Knocks it on after gaining a few meters, but you have to maintain possession there. Especially as a winger, I've been there many times. You can't knock the ball on. Here's Ryan DeVries, pounding his way forward. And the field starts to tilt on the other side as Rhino goes to the turf. Out of the back of the scrum, Nick Polanco, the captain. Camouflage player trying to disappear in front of Mike Delano, but he sees everything there. Oh, there's a little bit of a run by number 7, Adam Armaheiser. The Armaheiser. He will crush you. Armaheiser will crush you. Here's Nick Curry looking to the bench to see what he's going to do with this, and he's going to kick for touch. Or not. Or yes. Okay, Nick. Keep everybody guessing, Nick. I like that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it. The Bridgewater Red Panthers here at the Rugby New Jersey State Championships have topped the Union Mud Turtles by a final score of 32-19. Wow, what a match. And I guess we're going to have that time of day where we pick our man of the match. And without question, we're going to have to go the easy route and give it to 2 individuals. We're going to give it to the Rhino, Ryan DeVries, and his number 8, Nick Mitchell. Mitch, who did enough despite going out earlier in the match with an injury to earn the honors. So co-men of the match here at Borden Stadium. The Rhino, Ryan DeVries, and Nick Mitchell, the number 8. But a great match by both sides.
Union and Bridgewater on a hard-fought match.
Special thanks to the Rugby New Jersey folks, including President KJ Fleury. Folks, if you can help build rugby in America, please don't hesitate to contact anybody in your area, specifically in New Jersey. Contact KJ Fleury. All your help is needed and necessary. And with that, we're going to take a brief break and come back to you with more rugby action here at the Rugby New Jersey State Championships.
Coaches for both teams, Union, Brogdon Morar, Mike Crowell, and Joe Dabulas. And for Bridgewater, Coach Rick Beck, Jim Thull, Jason DeGrosso. Okay, a shout out to the winners of today's match. Bridgewater. Again, we're going to hand out the medals in numerical order. Number 1, Chris Cook. Number 2, Ryan Salvatore. Number 3, Ryan Devries. Number 4, Eric Laputka. Number 5, Jack Jupke. Number 6, Mike Polanco. Number 7, Adam Armaheiser. Number 8, Nick Mitchell. Number 9, Brock Banderillas. Number 10, Nick Curry. Number 11, Liam Idell. Number 12, Chris Starkweather. Number 13, Chris Nice. Number 14, Sean Smith. And number 15, Doug Laputka. And the reserves, 16, Jimmy Maxton. Number 17, Max Alessandro. Number 18, Connor Torpy. And number 19, Dylan Glassberg. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions of the U19 division, Bridgewater.
I have Del Barton. Who's the other team? Okay, so I need somebody down the side, but this does no good while I'm trying to all right, so you have this. You got hand right there. Give me yeah, you gotta get those two.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match in the school division will be Del Barton versus St. Augustine Prep. Tentative kickoff time, 3:30, but don't count on it.
So, you know, they've got different guys picking resources, picking.
Okay, a little shout out to our sponsors today. Jersey Shore Youth Rugby Association. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
If you were eavesdropping while we were in the production box here, ladies and gentlemen, this is all behind the
Today's
scenes
gold
stuff.
sponsor for the match,
So we're complaining, we're
1547
moaning, we're
Critical
whining
Systems
because we're divas, and we can do it.
Realty, sorry. And a special thanks to the Raymond family. Again, 1547 Critical Systems Realty. Our silver sponsor today is Cornerstone Global Commodities. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to introduce both sides, Del Barton and St. Augustine Prep.
Yeah.
Crazy. So, you know, my in-laws are from New Jersey.
I did not really, yeah, kind of.
Okay. Well, my wife's from New Jersey, and then so my father-in-law knows like one of the guys on the team.
And the starting lineup for Del Barton. Number 1, Chris Siegert. Number 2, Jack Chambers. Number 3, Jake Masajewski. Number 4, Jonah Lyons. Number 5, James Donini. Number 6, Michael Gordon. Number 7, Milton Zuanik. Number 8, Ricky Lenz. Number 9, GC Ramirez. Number 10, Joseph Ryan. Number 11, Jason McGordy. Number 12, Andrew Bandenhausen. Number 13, Ben McNaughton. Number 14, Sean Taylor. And number 15, Chris Whelan. Starting for St. Augustine Prep. Number 1, Adam Burai. Number 2, Jack Husher. Number 3, Ryan Lynn. Number 4, Connor Weatherington. Number 5, Patrick McMaster. Number 6, Stephen Gorowski. Number 7, Joshua Days. Number 8, Sean Lynch. Number 9, Jared Hanna. Number 10, John George. Number 11, Devin Matthews. Number 12, Athanasius Mertis. Number 13, Shane Goldsmith. Number 14, Thomas Gashaw. Number 15, Anthony Delamana. Number 25, Justin Miranda.
This should be fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for both of these young sides, Del Barton and St. Augustine Prep. Today's referee for the match, Brendan Towell. It'll be assisted by Greg Conover and Jack Brummel. Let's have a hand for the referees, huh? Go Pink. Check that. Sam Ware's the referee for today.
Yeah. Del Barton's pretty nice now. Hey, Coach. How are you?
And Chris Town is the assistant referee for South Hampton.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at Borden Stadium at Rumson Fairhaven High School for another great match for Rugby, New Jersey and the Rugby, New Jersey State Championships. We have Della Barton School, the Green Wave, in green and white, from Morristown, New Jersey. We have St. Augustine, the Hermits, in blue and gray. And our referee is Sam Ware from Verona, New Jersey. Here's the restart from Della Barton. Taken nicely by St. Augustine in the blue and gray. They're moving left to right if you're watching this at home. All right, we've got captains for the respective teams. Loosehead prop with no number for St. Augustine is Mr. Adam Borai. And for Della Barton, we've got three captains, actually. We've got number 4, Jonah Lyons, number 6, Michael Gordon, and number 10, Joseph Ryan. Kicking duties for each squad, Chris Whalen will be handling them for Della Barton. And John George, the man in search of a last name, will be handling the kicking duties at fly half for St. Augustine. I'm Matt McCarthy from RugbyWrapUp.com. We are here live, but if you're watching this on tape delay, it's live to you if you haven't found out the score. And if Ireland and New Zealand can play on tape delay on NBC Sports on a Saturday, then we can do that here too as well. But in all seriousness, this all comes to you from a lot of hard work on the part of Rugby New Jersey, specifically its president, KJ Fleury, and the Fleury family, which are basically the first family of rugby in the United States, as their kids have come up basically through the pathways, including Tess Fury, who's playing for the Eagles now. Youth rugby straight up through. And it's a big difference in the United States. We have a pathway for rugby. But we've got rugby here on the pitch. We've got put in from Della Barton. They are in the green and white horizontal stripes. It's a good thing I'm not colorblind, because the other team is wearing horizontal stripes, and that is the blue and gray of the Hermits of St. Augustine. If you aren't familiar with the story of the monks, the St. Augustine monks, they were hermits, and that's the name. Bing it. As for the green wave, well, you'd have to go to Della Barton and experience it firsthand. All right. Enough of the histrionics. We've got to put in. Here's number 9, Jared Hanna. Listens for the instruction from Sam Ware, who is here, in case anyone was wondering. There's a weak side wing crashing in. That's big number 11, Devin Matthews coming in. I like that. D-Mat, as he is called. And there's a big fella rumbling, tumbling, stumbling. That was number 1. Actually, I beg your pardon. That was number 3, Ryan Lind. Want to thank everybody in the booth that worked behind the scenes here to make this possible. This is a great event. It's another example of rugby growing in the United States, as St. Augustine's John George kicks for touch. We got word that earlier the player that was down on the field, it was an elbow injury. So as far as injuries are concerned, we want to wish Brock and his family a speedy recovery, but we'll take an elbow over something else any day of the week. And speaking of injured elbows, Team USA co-captain Blaine Scully is in the stadium. Apparently his in-laws and wife are from New Jersey, so we're going to get him in a headlock and get him in the booth with us later on, along with the previous match official Mike Delano. While we're down here, the blue and gray of St. Augustine pressing against the green wave of Delabarton right now. We have no score. It's 25 minutes remaining in the first half. The blue and gray wave testing the defense, asking questions of Delabarton. Let's see how smart they are with their answers. There's some slugfest going on in there between the front rows. A lot of banging away in there, and there's the scrum half digging it out. That's Jared Hanna. There's a loose ball, almost turned over. It may indeed have been turned over by the Green Wave. We'll see. Nope. Still maintained. Lucky to maintain possession there is St. Augustine, and they are looking for a try. They don't get it. So it'll be a knock-on. Referee Ware finds it to be a penalty. And they're going to go for posts after a little bit of discussion, it looks like. If you're looking to see the number of the gentleman he was speaking with, he doesn't have one. His name is Adam Barai, and he doesn't have a jersey with a number on it that fits him. Because he's a big lad. Oh, but here goes number 7, Joshua Dades. Running with authority off the quick tap. And again, St. Augustine pressing. They are knocking on the door. On their heels, the Green Wave of Delabarton. There is the captain, Barai. I beg your pardon, Barai. That's Adam Barai, the captain. And loose head prop barreling forward for the first try of this match. Here comes John George to attempt the conversion. Not an easy angle. The weather isn't a factor yet, but there may be some showers coming. In fact, I was down on the pitch talking with the referees before the match, and some raindrops started to come down. That was close, but no cigar, as they say, as the conversion is wide left. With 23 minutes approximately gone by, the St. Augustine visitors in this match on top 5-zip as they take the restart. In the green and white are the Green Wave of Delabarton. You are watching the Rugby New Jersey State Championships. There's a ball from John George, kicked right into the waiting arms of Chris Whalen. Whalen kicks it back. Now it's St. Augustine's turn. Quickly retreating back to his position is Whalen. Here's Hanna. Hanna looking for some help. It's always good to have a man with taped ears outside you when you're in no man's land, and he had that in number 5, Patrick McMaster. I was talking to Coach before the game, Coach Towell, and of St. Augustine, and he wanted to make sure that we mentioned Logan Russell Jape, the freshman, who is in the squad, the 23 matchday squad today. The matchday squad today. Congratulations, Mr. Logan Russell Jape. Meanwhile, right here in front of us at the 50, banging away. Blue and gray stripes versus green and white stripes. The green and white, Delabarton playing defense, trying to turn the ball over, and they do. Oh, but was it played on the ground? We'll see. It's going to be, I believe, an original. Not going. Let's see what's going on. Referee Sam Ware of Verona, New Jersey. Did you know that New Jersey has the most density for an urban environment per capita in the United States of America? True fact. But here in Rumson, it ain't crowded, but it's expensive. You can hang out with the likes of Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen. Okay, It's going to be, after a little bit of chatter, it's going to be a scrum down to Della Barton. GC Ramirez will put it in. Skies are a bit gray, but it's field turf, and we haven't had any rain yet, so weather is not yet a factor. Della Barton trying to get something going on attack. Turned over after the tackle. Got to control those, especially in your own end, and now the blue and gray of St. Augustine on attack. The Hermits out of their shell with a long pass, a skip. We like that. We're here at Borden Stadium, Rumson Fairhaven High School, the Rugby New Jersey State Championships. I'm Matt McCarthy of RugbyWrapUp.com, brought to you in part by a slew of hardworking people, mostly volunteers at Rugby New Jersey. If you have some time, please help them. Contact KJ Fleury. And going for posts or not, nope. It looks like St. Augustine wants more. Here's the big fella.
Oh, my. Good job.
The Green Wave on their heels of Della Barton as St. Augustine pressing for more, but they turn it over on a penalty. Maybe leaving his feet. I'm not sure what the call was there. I can't really see from the angle, but kicked into touch nicely by Sean Taylor. I beg your pardon, Chris Whalen. It's a fun day here at the Rugby New Jersey State Championships. Again, if you're just tuning in, this match is the second of our two headliners. The first one we saw Bridgewater knock off Union, and now we have Della Barton and St. Augustine, who have the ball and the lead, going at it. About 18 minutes left in the match. In the first half, I beg your pardon, as referee Sam Ware talks to a couple of the Della Barton players, and we'll see if the Green Wave gets a penalty here. Usually these first conversations are kind of like, okay, if you do that again, I'm going to give you a card, and it looks like that's the case here. So it'll be a St. Augustine penalty, and are they going to go for posts? They are not, again, going for posts. They're eschewing the opportunity to go for posts. And here's the tap and the rumble forward. Connor Wetherington. Extra syllable in that, easy for me to say. Ryan Lind. Here's Hannah. Takes it a few steps. Gets it to Murtis. Saki Murtis. Hannah. Here we go. And there's the big fellow who scored earlier, Barai, the captain, and he wants more, but Della Barton with some good defense there. And here's Hannah again. Little bounce pass, not planned, but taken nicely. That looks like John George. I beg your pardon. Oh, here's Barai. Ball. Bashing and barreling his way to his second try. Adam Barai, the captain. And suddenly, the world has turned topsy-turvy as a loose head prop. has 2 tries out of the gate. Will we see a prop hat trick? Oh, my. Wow, 16 minutes gone by. We've got 10-0 in favor of St. Augustine. And I've just got this from the legend that is of New Jersey Rugby, Pat Maroney, that he played on the wing last year. So don't be surprised if he's nimble and knows how to score a try. Wow, Adam Barai.
Going to the University of Miami.
Going to the University of Miami. Thank you, Pat. Here's the conversion. And just to the right on the kick by John George. And we've got a 10-zip score, 10 odd nil, or if you're actually saying it the way they say it across the pond, it's 0-10 in favor of the visiting St. Augustine Hermits. And no hermit here is that man, Barai, who takes the restart after scoring his second try. But he loses possession, and the green wave of Della Barton starts to rumble forward, but no advantage gained on the penalty called by referee Sam Ware, and now it's Della Barton's turn in the opponent's end. They need points here. As either a plane rumbled by or we had some thunder, I can't tell. We've got some very happy fans here, including young Brian Sheehy Jr. Hit a home run the other night to win his baseball game. 2-run shot, I believe it was. It's my nephew, so I'll give him a shout out. But we're back to rugby and going for post and trying to get his team on the board here is Sean Taylor. I beg your pardon, Chris Whalen. I'm going to get that right. The numbers kind of get lost in the backs of the uniforms, and I am a considerable distance from the field, so I beg your forgiveness for getting the numbers wrong. But the kick went wide by Whalen, and his team will remain 10-0 in a deficit of 10-0, that is. Okay, yeah, we have fans who aren't familiar with the traditional way of being silent while a kicker is kicking for points, and they were a little bit ruckus, but hey, that's America. We put our own stamp on things. Here's the kick taken not into touch. Again, the football lines are not the rugby lines. The rugby lines are the small yellow lines, but in the meantime, number 10. Oh, what a try by John George. Oh, some fancy footwork, and then a great try by John George to suddenly put St. Augustine comfortably ahead. And if you think that's thunder, that's just the fans rumbling the stands here at Borden Stadium. Wow, what a try from John George, who now is going to try to kick his conversion if he's not out of breath. The kick is up.
Successful conversion, St. Augustine, number 10, John George.
And that should make it 17-0 with 12 minutes approximately left in the first half. St. Augustine's Hermits on top of the Della Barton Green Wave. This is the Gold Division. Earlier today, we had the Blue Division between Union and Bridgewater. Bridgewater taking that one by a pretty big margin. And now we have this match between two more heavyweights, Della Barton and St. Augustine. And St. Augustine getting the best of this match so far with 12 minutes left in the first half. They are up 17-0 in the blue and gray, charging forward. trying to get back into Delabarton Green Wave territory. I'll give you 10 guesses which team is the Green Wave as they take it and turn the ball over. Here's Delabarton on attack now. Taking it to touch, though. So it'll be a line out to St. Augustine. South African assistant referee, Mr. Cowan, signals that it's indeed St. Augustine's ball. But what the heck does he know? He's South African. Just kidding, sir. Sam Ware, our head referee, all the way from Verona, New Jersey. There's the line out. Here's Josh Dades. The big open side flanker takes out off the back of the line out. His teammates control the ball. Here's Hannah digging it out. And there's that man again. Here's Big Bab Barai, the battering ram, who used to play wing and is now a rumbling loosehead prop. Number 6, Steven Gorowski with a great run. But he loses possession, and it's turned over to Delabarton. They need something. Can this turnover ignite them? Romblo, a big stick. And then trying to do something with a big kick there. Oh, flying forward. That looked like Anthony Della Monica. And here's Hannah trying to find something. I'll tell you something, folks. It's good to see these ball carriers taking the ball and running fast and front and on the front foot, north-south, not east-west. You like to see that in young players. There's a lot of ability. We talk about this kid, Barai, playing loose head prop, playing wing last year. Well, they're all developing well-rounded skills because of the two codes that they're playing of 7s and 15s. You've got guys and girls moving back from different positions, having to familiarize themselves with the ball, what to do with it, and that's why you're seeing all these well-rounded rugby players here on a high school level. It just means it's a great thing for rugby in the United States. And last week, we were at the Rugby High School National Championships in Kansas City, 24 teams, including a single school setup, a club setup, and a Tier 2 setup. But right now, Hannah taps it, gives it to his flanker, who's rumbling forward. Looks like it might be Gorowski. Gets a bunch of meters. On the go forward. Slamming forward. But turned over, and here's Delabarton. Delabarton has come up empty in their only attempted points so far. They need a try. They're down 17-0 here at Borden Stadium. Rumson Fairhaven High School. The Rugby New Jersey State Championships. Delabarton, the Green Wave, in green and white with the ball. St. Augustine in blue and gray. The Hermits on defense. They are leading 17-0. Little indecisiveness, but wise to maintain possession. And a big stick. And no advantage gained after the original penalty called by referee Sam Ware. But playing in the advantage could be a disadvantage if this Delabarton player has to leave the match. He's being looked at. Sitting there, he seems to be okay. I'm not going to speculate. You know, some polite applause. try to see what that number is on whomever. It might be a blood or a head assessment. It doesn't look like he is leaving the pitch, so it might be
Substitute number 20 for Del Barton. Number 20.
might just be an injury assessment.
For number 1.
And that is Chris Seigert, who is being attended to, and the substitution is number 20. We don't have the name coinciding. Just wanted to see if we had the numbers on the backups for Della Barton. Pat Maroney is fired. And while we fire Pat Maroney, we're going to bring in co-captain of Team USA, Blaine Scully, who is in town because A, he loves high school rugby, and B, his wife and in-laws are from the area. But Blaine, it is good to see you. You're playing with the Cardiff Blues. You got Team USA playing Ireland on the 10th of June. What do you think of this, and what do you think of the stuff that's going on in USA Rugby?
Well, thanks for having me. It's good to be here and see all these young fellas out here and playing some pretty good rugby. It's exciting times, and I mean, this is what it's all about. It's all about seeing these young fellas out here doing what they should be doing, which is throwing the rugby ball around and competing for a championship. So exciting times in USA Rugby, fast growing youth sport in the country, and the opportunity to play Ireland next couple of weeks is a huge test for us.
You know, speaking of Ireland, we've got the green of Della Barton, the green wave, down 17-0, Blaine, and in part, a big part, because of the captain, Adam Barai, the loose head prop of St. Augustine's Hermits, rumbling for 2 tries right out of the gate. You played 7s. These guys are all playing 7s and 15s. This kid, Barai, without a number, he's the largest man out there. He played wing last year. So you played 7s. You really got on the radar playing 7s, and now you're playing for the Cardiff Blues. What impact does 7s have on your 15s career?
I think it's all the skills are transferable. What it does is challenge you on so many different athletic levels. Everyone's got to be able to pass. Everyone's got to be able to run, jump, ruck, tackle. The game requires everything of everybody, and I think the skills will really transfer to what we see on the 15s field.
And you just saw a turnover taken by St. Augustine, a kick down the field by, looks like, John George, and now they are completely down in the other team's end because of a mishandled ball by one of the big fellas from Della Barton, and he's probably not a 7s player.
I don't have a comment on that one.
I was trying to throw you under the bus, Blaine. You didn't buy it, and that's why you are who you are. So tell us about the match coming up, Team USA versus Ireland.
It's going to be
Who's going to win, Blaine?
It's going to be a tough one. I think we'll be able to put them under pressure. It's a really mature team, one of the best teams in the world right now. Had a really good 6 months with beating the All Blacks and really competitive 6 Nations, and so it'll be a real challenge for us and a real test for us. So, I mean, it's kind of what you want, really, is the opportunity to play the best teams in the world, and we get to do that on a great stage in New York, and I think everyone's really looking forward to it.
Unfortunately, you won't be in the match, though, right?
No, unfortunately, I won't be.
Little knock, body knock, ding.
Yeah, I dislocated my elbow and ruptured some of the ligaments, so.
That's it? You got another elbow, don't you? Why don't you get out there? Come on, rub some dirt on it.
Squarely on the rehab train right now, so pretty crushed not to be a part of it, but it's a really good opportunity for all the guys.
Well, it's either way, it's going to be an exciting match. It would certainly be better to have you in the match. And, at Red Bull Arena, New York City, we can hope that it gets sold out.
We can hope. We can definitely hope. I think that from what I've been hearing, the attendance should be pretty high. So.
All right. In the meantime, Blaine, we've got an injured player limping off for Della Barton. It looks like it is. Use your eyes, Blaine. What is that? That's number 6. That's Michael Gordon. Looks like a bit of an ankle injury We'll get back to you on that. What's next for Blaine Scully?
Well, I'm here for a couple days and just enjoying the first part of the off season. I'll go back for a couple weeks and rehab, and then look to join the team and help out where I can the last back half of the tour for the World Cup qualifiers, and take a couple weeks after that, and then get back at it for preseason.
I take it you'll be in for the match, Ireland versus USA?
No, unfortunately, I'll be back in the UK.
You dirty name. Oh, who am I going to get tickets from?
I think you might have to buy them.
What? What does that mean exactly? So you're going back to the UK, back to Wales?
Back to Wales, back to Cardiff.
For the beach?
Yeah, they don't have a beach there. They might actually.
It's like Pebbles, right? Oh, in the meantime, the blue and gray Hermits again making himself visible with another try, and that's going to put them on top. So carry the 7 divided by 2. I think that's 22 zip, Blaine. Blaine, before you go, you have any advice for a kid that's like 10 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old, trying to figure out a position? Should they play all the positions? Should they pick one?
No, I think you should play as much as you can. I think, kind of what we said earlier, which is one of the real benefits of sevens, is it just challenges your skill set on so many different levels. I mean, at the end of the day, rugby is a game of roles. The game requires you to be position specific in some things, scrum, lineouts, and all that stuff, but you're going to need a general skill set to be a capable rugby player. So, as long as you're developing athletically, you continue to get better at your skills, your core skills, your passing, your catching, your ability to tackle, and it can only serve you in good stead for the rest of your career.
And Blaine, the growth of rugby in America is such that we have these kinds of events. We had in Kansas City last weekend the Rugby High School National Championship, which a certain school out of Sacramento area was at, Jesuit. I think you know a little or two about them.
Yeah, it was really great to see them taking another national championship, and I know it means a lot to all of them.
And you have the likes of a Lou Stanfill over there coaching, and quite frankly, I had to run into him last weekend, and he's tough.
Yeah, he's a legend of the game. 50-plus caps for the Eagles, one of the all-time greats.
3 Rugby World Cups.
Professional career from Italy to. He's done it all in the game. So.
He's also one of the most entertaining people on the planet.
Yeah, he's a class act and a gentleman. He's a true character.
Well, you are a class act and a gentleman and a true character. You have true character, I should say. Mr. Blaine Scully, thank you for taking the time to come in.
Thank you, Mr. McCarthy. Appreciate it.
All right. That was Blaine Scully, co-captain Team USA, in the booth with us here at Borden Stadium at Rumson Fairhaven High School in New Jersey for the Rugby New Jersey State Championships. You're watching referee Sam Ware in the fuchsia shirt. He of Verona, New Jersey, signaled to Della Barton that they are being a bit naughty. He's marched them back 10 after an initial penalty mark, and it's going to be a kick, but we haven't seen them kick for points. And again, St. Augustine, true to that, kicks it into touch with about a minute left in the first half. St. Augustine Hermits on top of the Della Barton Green Wave out of Morristown, New Jersey, 22-0. And our cameraman has been asleep at the wheel. Where is Chester? Chester pointing at Blaine Scully, saying that Blaine is in the way. Wow. Chester, we don't throw anybody under the bus here in the booth. Or I do. You don't. Blaine, before you go, we're going to do that one thing that always has to be done in the booth during a live broadcast, the selfie. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking out a little bit of time here to do a selfie. Blaine, come on up here so my head doesn't look 15 times the size of yours. Right there. Chester, get the photo. Come on, move in. Get in here, kid. Come on. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you are live in the booth with us as we are taking pictures. Thank you, Blaine. You made the kids in the orphanages and the homes across the United States very happy with your presence here, and everybody else, including yours truly. Blaine puts up with my nonsense, and he's a good man and a great player and a good role model. So, folks, if you get a chance, check out the Cardiff Blues and Blaine Scully. Meantime, 22-0. St. Augustine in the blue and white, in the blue and gray, and they just score another try. And don't even tell me who just scored that try. Could it be? Is it Adam Borai with a hat trick from the loose head prop position? And they're tossing their hats figuratively on the pitch right now here at Borden Stadium. All right, they've been told ahead of time they can't toss their hats because this kid Barai just scores hat tricks all the time. But wow, 3 tries from your loose head. If you're going to write that one up, Chester, is that what you're writing up in the game plan?
Sure.
Excellent. Thank you for your commentary, Chester. Get back to producing the match. Here's John George. Splitting the uprights. Adding to his team's lead. What's the score now? Where's the abacus? Count 6, 2, divided 29-0 on the Borden Stadium scoreboard. And that is the half. And what a half for the St. Augustine Hermits, who have been anything but hermits when it comes to the tri-zone. They've been living there in front of everybody, including Della Barton's Green Wave. So Della Barton's got some halftime adjustments ahead of them, down 29-zip. And we'll leave you right now for a break, but we'll keep the camera rolling and listen to the in-stadium PA.
Don't forget to tell your friends and family at home to follow the match on YouTube Live on the channel Rugby number 2, Rugby 2, Jersey Shore Youth Rugby. The title of the video is Rugby 2, Jersey Shore Youth Rugby and Rugby 2. That's the YouTube channel. Okay, tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, Rugby New Jersey. Today after the match, Rugby New Jersey will be holding a blue-gold U16 game. Game and players, please gather at the far end zone near the snack corner, where there's hot dogs and sodas, and please step up and have your fair share of hot dogs, otherwise Peter Hogan will be. See U16 players, please see Coach Billy McElhaney in the tri-zone for warm-ups. And another Rugby New Jersey announcement. Boys RCT varsity and JV tryouts will be tomorrow, Sunday, May 28th at 9:30 a.m. at Unami Park in Cranford, New Jersey. Represent New Jersey on the All-Star team. You can go to www.rugbynewjersey.com. For some of our sponsors today, Jersey Shore Youth Rugby, who secured the pitch today, Borden Field. And a shout out to Jersey Shore Youth Rugby sponsor list, gold sponsor, 1547 Critical Systems Realty, and a special thanks to the Raymond family. Our silver sponsor today is Cornerstone Global Commodities, and a special thanks to the McManus family. Bronze sponsors Gary Allen Modular Homes and Vision Young Data. And the rest of our valued sponsors, Geico Insurance and Harry Roth, Green Tech Assets, Howley Financial Group, Lightfield Ammunition, the Martin Group, Morgan Stanley Group, and Mark Graney, MREIC, Monmouth Real Estate Investment Group, and Mike Landy, RSC Sullivan Electric, and Jersey Shore's own Jersey Shore Youth Rugby coach, Rick Sullivan, Shea Communication, and Dennis Shea, Western Beverage and Val's Tavern will today be the post-game celebration spot. Val's Tavern, and thank you for its proprietors, the Smith brothers, Chris and James, and Kevin Feehan. I'd like to have a special shout out to KJ Fiore from Rugby, New Jersey, and her countless hours that she spends growing the sport of rugby in our state. Let's have a hand of applause for KJ. Another hand for Mr. Peter Hogan, the chief chef and bottle washer for Jersey Shore Youth Rugby. Let's have a hand for all the hard work Peter put in to make this event possible. Again, there are plenty of t-shirts and rugby paraphernalia for sale along next to the refreshment stand. Again, the score 29, St. Augustine Prep 29, Del Barton nothing at this present time.
And we are back. Second half here at Borden Stadium. Rumson Fairhaven High School. Chester, the cameraman, pushing me out of the way. Matt McCarthy of RugbyWrapUp.com. Global sports reporting, sometimes with a wink. We've got the Green Wave of Della Barton versus St. Augustine's Hermits. Della Barton, aptly in the green and white stripes. The blue and gray wave, well, actually the Hermits, the wave is the green and white wave, but the blue and white wave has been the story. The blue and gray wave, I'm going to get it right sooner or later, folks, but the blue and gray wave of the Hermits, the St. Augustine Hermits, specifically in the form of Adam Barai, the captain, and loosehead prop without a number. And he can't hide on the field without a number anymore because he's got 3 tries in the first half. And here we are with about 28 minutes left in the second half. We are playing 30-minute halves if you're just tuning in at the Rugby New Jersey State Championships. And the Hermits are on top, 29-0 over Della Barton in the green and white. Della Barton needs something big to happen early here to get back in this match. Referee Sam Ware looking on as it looks like coming offside or in from the side on the part of Della Barton, turns the ball over for John George, who had an electric try himself earlier, and he's going to kick into touch. I want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, specifically 1547 Critical Systems Realty. Special thanks to the Raymond family. We've also got Cornerstone Global Commodities. Special thanks to the McManus family. Jamie McManus, if you're listening out there, we want to thank you for your contribution, and we're going to forgive you not knowing a thing about baseball. Oh, there's a collision after the whistle, and you don't like to see that. There's number 11, Devon Matthews, a.k.a. D-Mat, going to the turf. He bounces back up, and it looks like nothing happened. He's in the blue and gray horizontal stripes of St. Augustine. A little hitch in his giddy up there, so we'll keep an eye on that. But the referee, Sam Ware, puts his foot there and tells St. Augustine to get back. Here's Della Barton kicking for touch. It's Chris Whalen. He finds it. Let's see if Della Barton can get something going here. Here's their hooker. Number 2, Jack Chambers, will throw it in. They're down 29-0 right now. And the way they've played, that's not indicative of the score. It's been a pretty physical match. Oh, but right there, long in the line out, looks like Ricky Lenz check the number, but the long man in the line out just dropped that, and it's going to be a knock-on, turned over, unfortunately, for Della Barton to St. Augustine. It's not thunder out there, it's the stands being stamped upon by the growing crowd here. It's a great crowd here, all because of the hard work of Rugby New Jersey. President KJ Fleury and co. need as much assistance as they can get. They're basically volunteers, and they're doing a tremendous job. All kinds of rugby, youth rugby, male, female, boys, girls, you name it, and it's great, and it's really just helping grow the game of rugby in the United States. Meanwhile, Anthony Della Monica not handling that little pop kick, and it's turned over. I beg your pardon. That was... Oh, I'll get it right in a second, but in the meantime, Della Barton on attack, earning some yards. But again, if you can get in touch with anyone get in touch with KJ Fleury of Rugby New Jersey. I'm sorry, we're just trying to sort out what's going on the pitch. If you can help, please contact KJ Fleury or anyone from Rugby New Jersey or anyone in your area, wherever you are. Help grow this great game. These events and events like last week, the Rugby National Championships in Kansas City, are just tremendous indications of the growth of rugby in the United States. And we're growing well-rounded players that are playing 7s and 15s. You see it in the likes of an Adam Barai, I beg your pardon, Adam Barai. I'm going to get his name right because he deserves it. 3 tries and a lot of rumbling. Hold on, sorry, what was that? Getting some coaching from the fans. What did he say? Getting some coaching from the fans, and well, you know, we're in the booth, and if we're getting names wrong, we always like the help because we want to get the names right. Meantime, 29-3 as Della Barton gets on the board. And that's a big positive. You could pack it in after halftime when you're down by a large margin, but they have no quit in them in the Green Wave, and they're fighting back. A little mistake there. What's his number? Black headband walking back there. That is number 10. I think it was having a hard time making out the white numbers on the back of the jerseys. But that was taken into touch inadvertently by the Della Barton player, and that resulted in a line out to the Hermits. And there's an interesting play, not a knock on because it hit number 7 right in the back of the head. So it doesn't count as a knock on. That was Joshua Dades, who's had a tremendous match. But if I had to pick an early man of the match, Dades has had a great game, and there's been a couple other players like John George who's have had strong matches, and across the board, Jack Husher has had a great game, Ryan Lind, Connor Weatherington, McMaster, Goralski.
Peter Hogan today. He's 75 years old.
But Adam,
happy 75th.
Adam Barai has 3 tries and electrified the people in the stands as the loose head prop. Meanwhile, Sam Ware issues the penalty, and it's kicked into touch by the Hermits of St. Augustine. They are on top, 29-3. 22 minutes left in this match. We are at the New Jersey State Championships, the Rugby New Jersey State Championships to be specific. I'm Matt McCarthy of Rugby Wrap-Up, and it's a thrill to be here. We've had the likes of Mr. Blaine Scully, Team USA's co-captain, in the booth with us. He's playing for the Cardiff Blues professionally in the Pro 12. His Eagles play Ireland at Red Bull Arena here in New Jersey on June 10th. We should all be there. And there's Mr. Barai, the captain, imposing his will yet again. Can he get the 4th try? That inescapable 4th try for a prop in a match? We will soon find out. I think he may. If I had to gamble, I'd bet that he gets it in there. Earlier today, we saw a great match with the... Oh, in for a try. Is it a try? It is not a try. Wait a minute. Yes, it is. It's a try. Get the number on that try. Another try for St. Augustine that puts him on top 34.
Try by St. Augustine's number 11, Devin Matthews.
Devin Matthews, D-Mat. Devin Matthews, D-Mat with the try for St. Augustine. And here's the conversion attempt. John George. Kick is up. Oh, just did miss. Great attempt, but nonetheless,
I could take a quick minute to tell you
34-3 in favor of St. Augustine.
Time out of their practice schedule to meet and greet Tuesday, June 6th before their international at the VFW Hall in Morris Plains. Sponsored by Rugby, New Jersey.
Want to shout out to some of our sponsors while you have a moment. Gary Allen Modular Homes, Avison Young Data, Geico Insurance and Harry Roth, Green Tech Assets, Howley Financial Group, Lightfield Ammunition. And, you know, this list is great because this event is great, and to have this kind of support is extremely important. Continuing, the Martin Group, Morgan Stanley Group, and Mark Brawny. The MREIC, Monmouth Real Estate Investment Group, and Mike Landy. RSE Sullivan Electric and Rich Sullivan. Shea Communication and Dennis Shea. Western Beverage. And of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Val's Tavern, and the special thanks to the Smith brothers, Chris and James, and Kevin Feehan. And it's important to note that Val's Tavern is the site for the post-game celebration, and any post-game celebration, whether there's a game or not. Got to celebrate at Val's, especially on Pete Hogan's 75th birthday. Way to go, Hot Air. Nobody thought you'd make it that long. Speaking of making it, the kick was good. And suddenly, another score from Della Barton to get them. They've doubled their score. So they're up to 6. Nobody gave them the memo that the game was over. So we've got 34-6. Mr. Terry Matthews in the booth. Love to see him. Sir, come on in here, sir.
Yes, Mr. McCarthy.
What do you think of this event, and how great is it to see this thing come alive?
Oh, it's fantastic. These guys have done a wonderful job putting this together. Great venue, great event, a lot of energy. Can't ask for more. And 2 really, strong teams. And the club game was awesome. And this is a little different than we expected. But nobody's quitting here. So
well, who are you kidding? Because you told me the score was going to be 29-0 at halftime. I mean, I don't know what's going on there, but you did say it. I mean, I'm just going to say that.
I'll be playing the lottery later on, too.
All right, so what's the most exciting... speaking of... I was going to say, what's the most exciting thing for you today? But speaking of exciting, we've got an exciting rumble down the field between the big men of Della Barton, and it looks like it might be a forward pass, and it is. Referee Ware says it was not behind or lateral, so the pass was forward, and I have to agree with him. Sir, what's the most exciting thing for you guys in here?
You.
Well, that's a given, but aside from that.
The exciting thing here? It's down the Jersey Shore. What more can you ask?
Jersey Shore, Rugby, Jersey Shore.
Come on, look at the crowd.
I heard Bruce Springsteen on the radio when I was coming down.
We'll be going to the Stone Pony later.
Almost had you there, right? Well, we are in Rumson, right? Can we get Bon Jovi at least if we can't get the boss?
Yeah, I think the boss just sold his house down here too.
What did you pay for it?
I'm just stalking.
I'm just wondering about the premises and the property. Speaking of property, St. Augustine's gaining more and more as they go. Thank you, sir. Good seeing Mr. Matthews in the booth. He's doing a great job with rugby in New Jersey as well. Okay, speaking of rugby in New Jersey, St. Augustine in a comfortable lead, despite the fact that Mr. Ware, the referee, just gave a penalty to Della Barton, who are down 34-6 with 16 minutes approximately left in this half. You are watching Rugby New Jersey and the Rugby New Jersey State Championships. I'm Matt McCarthy, and I've had the pleasure of being in the booth, and I want to thank everybody that made this possible, including Brian Sheehy, Pete Hogan, KJ Fleury, the Fleury family, a whole bunch of other folks. The list is too long to name. I apologize for not naming you all, but specifically my men in the booth here, Chester and Dominic. Dominic wasn't sure of his name. That's why I had to ask him again. Kicking for posts again, Della Barton. And, it's off the post, and that's a live ball. And smartly put down by St. Augustine, so it'll be a 22-meter drop. We were trying to bring this match to you live. We had a little bit of a hiccup, and it's all good because, quite frankly, you can sit back on your couch and watch this version of it at your leisure. And we hope that you do, and we hope that you spread the word. We hope that you share this with other people, because more eyes on it, the better. We can do a better job for you the next time. Meantime, Della Barton doing a good job to stay alive in this match. They keep plugging away. There's no quitting them, but they turn the ball over again. And the Hermits of St. Augustine are known to all. They are not hiding. They are dominating. 34-6. And they are looking for more on a long run on the far side. Oh, in the touch after a rumble. The Hermits trying to win this Gold Division Championship, and they are well on their way. Also want to thank Mackenzie for her rendition of the national anthem earlier today, live from the booth. That was a treat, and that is arguably the most difficult song to sing on the planet. Meanwhile, St. Augustine defending the line out by Della Barton. Della Barton School out of Morristown, New Jersey in the green and white. The Green Wave need a miracle against the Hermits, the St. Augustine Hermits in the blue and gray. The big story has been the big fella, Adam Barai, the captain, and loose head prop with no number, who used to play wing, according to New Jersey rugby legend Pat Maroney, who's a funny talker. And he's probably, Mr. Barai is, a unanimous choice for man of the match, even though we've got 13 minutes left in this one. He has been that good, and he was that good right out of the gate. The first two tries scored, and then he put another one. Now it's just a matter of whether he'll get the fourth. Here's the put-in from Della Barton. Referee Ware kind of ignoring the fact that it was fed a little bit, but that's pretty much the case in all of rugby these days. Coming down hard, number 14 from St. Augustine. And a collision trying to receive the ball. He's still down on the turf. I think he might have got his bell rung a little bit. And he is quickly back up on his feet. He hops right back up on his feet. Let's see who that is. That is number... Chester's going to zoom in and see what the number is there, but he is standing on his feet being attended to. And there's a couple of substitutions going in for St. Augustine. Applied applause. He stays in the match. He waves everybody off. He's good to go, asking the crowd for some cheers. As he goes back to his position, number 14, Thomas Goshaw. Thomas Goshaw Not only did he hop back up on his feet, but then he implored the crowd to rally, and they certainly did. And it's not exactly a rallying call because they're on top 34-6 here at Borden Stadium at Rumson Fairhaven High School. The Rugby New Jersey Championships. This is the gold event, gold division. St. Augustine, Hermits dominating. Right now, the Della Barton Green Wave. Here's Hannah, gets the ball out. There's a nice little back pass from Ryan Lind, and in for a try. Can it be? It is. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. The stands are shaking like the ground, like the tri-zone was shaking. And that is Adam Barai, the captain. Adam Barai rhymes with try. He's just got his 4th. He's got no number, but I think they ought to just put the number of tries he's going to score in a match on his back. Unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. 4 tries from the loosehead prop. And I know Brian Sheehy is smiling in the booth next to me for props everywhere, specifically looseheads. Kick is good by John George.
Number 10, John George.
John George has been excellent as well. And right across the line, you know, if you look at all the players for St. Augustine, I mean, it's been a great match played by all these guys. Hannah, Lenzich, Dates, Gorowski, McMaster, Delmonica, Goshaw, Goldsmith, Murtis, Matthews, Husher. The list goes on and on. They've all played well, but you can only pick one man of the match, and 4 tries out of a loose head, that's the man. Meantime, Della Barton, solid in this loss. You know, they've got some things to learn. They took some lumps, but it's a great experience, and experiences like this are making rugby better across the board. Chris Seigert, Jack Chambers, Jake Majewski, Jonah Lyons, James Donini, Michael Gordon, Milton Zoanik, Ricky Lenz, J.C. Ramirez, Joe Ryan, Jason McGorty, Andrew Badenhausen, Ben McNaughton, Sean Taylor, Chris Whalen, all of them down the line. And I want to mention the subs too. Aiden McNaughton, Jack Smith, Tim McGuire, Michael Tortorella, Gianni Vinci, Nick Castagna, or Castagna, I'm gonna guess. Chris Aguiloria. I'm butchering it, Chris. I apologize. Johnny Sargenti, Logan Jape for St. Augustine as well, and also Justin Miranda for St. Augustine, Michael Mackey, Albert Giosa, Connor Hohan, Colin Hess, Salvatore Moreira. Sorry, I'm reading handwritten stuff here, folks. Anthony Neri and Logan Jape. All good stuff, boys. You should be proud of yourselves and the parents. Sam Ware, referee, who's done a great job this match, as did Mike Delano in the first match. Telling him he's coming in from the side. I think. Can't really see the angle here. But it's a penalty to St. Augustine, and they are comfortably on top, 41-6, against a no-quit Della Barton squad who fields the ball and is on counter. But an inadvertent pass, you don't want to just throw the ball blindly like that and cost your team 15 meters backwards after you are on the front foot going forward. Put your head down, take the ball to turf, and get another phase. Instead, it's a penalty to St. Augustine. If you missed it earlier, we had Blaine Scully of Team USA and the Cardiff Blues come into the booth. Great player, great role model, talking about rugby. And, you know, that's the cool thing about rugby is even the stars are accessible. They understand the whole community aspect of the game. And you get the likes of a guy like Blaine Scully coming to an event like this only means that they're doing the right thing here. Thank you, Blaine. Meantime, Looks like it's going to be a knock-on or tipped. It's going to be a knock-on, or it's going to be a scrum down, rather, to Della Barton. Again, I want to thank the sponsors that have made this thing possible. 1547 Critical Systems Realty, with special thanks to the Raymond family. Cornerstone Global Commodities, thanks to the McManus family. Jamie, we kidded earlier, but you're a good egg. We love to have your contributions. Gary Allen Modular Homes, Avison Young Data, Geico Insurance and Harry Roth, Green Tech Assets. There's a kick fielded nicely and then put back up by Anthony Della Monica. He's racing down under his own kick, but it's taken with a good attack by Della Barton. But again, these passes cost you meters, and you're right back where you started. Just take the ball to turf, set up another phase, and continue on. Patience is a virtue, specifically in rugby. Della Barton retaining possession now. Trying to crack into St. Augustine territory, and they do. Rumbling forward. There's some go forward by a big fella. Like to see that late in the game when you're down a lot. Speaks to the character of the team and the player and the coaching staff. Brendan Towell and Greg Conover and Jack Brumel of St. Augustine. And Nick Linfanti, Jess McGeever, and Pat Ryan of Della Barton. All doing great jobs with their programs. Keep it up, fellas. And thanks to you parents out there that are enabling this all to happen. You know, rugby's a great sport. It's not only on the field, but it's off the field. You have friends for life, job connections, school connections, all of it. It's kind of like Scientology, but in a good way. Expect your letters, Scientologists. Borden Stadium is where you'll find me right now at Rumson Fairhaven High School for the Rugby New Jersey State Championships. St. Augustine's Hermits on top of the Della Barton Green Wave, 41-6. But Della Barton asking for more, and they get a try. Hard work, determination, no quit. Love it. All great qualities. And Della Barton making their fans happy, pending the conversion, 41-11.
Try for Del Barton's number 7, Milton Zuanic.
And that was Milton Zuanic, one of the captains for Della Barton, putting that try in. You know, captain showing no quit, leads from example, and that's exactly what Milton did.
Successful conversion by number 15, Chris Whelan.
Chris Whalen with the conversion, and now it's 41-13. Kudos to Della Barton for not hanging up the towel. And that's probably exactly what got them here, was that no-quit attitude. And in rugby, you get rewarded. When you score, you get the ball back in 15s, not in 7s. It's different. There's a knock-on the restart, though. Referee Ware is saying that it was knocked backwards and play on, and he's going to give a penalty. It looks like he called offside on, or not releasing. I'm not sure what his call was, but it's a penalty to Della Barton. And there's a kick into touch. I want to thank Chester and Dominic in the booth, helping us bring this match to you guys. We have limited resources, doing the best we can, and appreciate your patience and spreading the word. And if you have any ability to help with any of this stuff, please say so. Contact KJ Fleury at Rugby, New Jersey. Easy to find. They are on Facebook. And there's a little dipsy-do, a little rumble-tumble forward. Chris Siegert taking the initial pass. There's Big Machi. Jake Machkowski. Or actually, Machuski. I'm gonna guess, and I know I'm getting it wrong, Jake. Apologies. They've got you as your nickname down as either Maki or Machi, and I'm gonna apologize for that as well. And there's a whistle and a penalty to the blue and gray of St. Augustine. The Hermits on top of the green wave, 41-13 on our scoreboard. We've got 1 minute and 30 seconds left, but that's an approximation. The real time is on Sam Ware's watch, and we are really winding down on this gold championship, and it certainly looks like the St. Augustine Hermits are going to come away with a victory, 41-13. You know, I'm going to go out on a limb, and with about a minute left there, Chester, I'm going to say St. Augustine is winning this one. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent commentary again from Chester. Here comes the blue and gray, met by a green wave of Della Barton. The Hermits. Here goes number 14. Goshaw going forward. Oh, but cleared nicely. Up. It's going to call him offside. Coming in from the side. You can't come in from the side when there's something like a ruck formed in rugby, folks. You got to come north-south. And here is referee Ware from Verona, New Jersey, informing St. Augustine that was going to be the last play, so they kick it into touch, and they have won. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The St. Augustine Hermits over the Della Barton Green Wave, 41-13 here at the Rugby, New Jersey State Championship. Congratulations to all. A great victory and a great match. What a day of rugby here at Borden Stadium in Rumson, New Haven. I'm sorry, Borden Stadium at Rumson Fairhaven High School in New Jersey. So our man of the match, and this could be the easiest man of the match pick we've ever had, is going to be none other than Adam Borai, the captain and loose head prop and dynamite try scorer. He had 4 tries on the day. Adam Borai of St. Augustine. Just incredible. What a performance. And there it is, the traditional handshake. Battle on the pitch, shake hands. It's a great tradition and something that American sports fans are embracing, as this is the fastest growing sport in the United States. Big thanks to Rugby, New Jersey, KJ Fleury and co. Brian Sheehy, Pete Hogan, likes of Terry Matthews, referees. Special thanks to Mr. Blaine Scully of Team USA coming in to the booth. I'm Matt McCarthy of Rugby Wrap Up. Happy to be part of this and looking forward to more. But we're going to turn it over to the PA announcers and let you listen in.
Congratulations to this year's school division champion, St. Augustine Prep.
And a special congratulations to the team with the lineup: Adam Borai, Jack Husher, Ryan Lind, Connor Weatherington, Patrick McMaster, Stephen Gorowski, Joshua Deeds, Sean Lynch, Jared Hanna, John George, Devin Matthews, Athanasius Mertis, Shane Goldsmith, Thomas Goshaw, Anthony Delamonte, Justin Miranda, Michael Mackley, Connor Homan, Anthony Neri, Colin Hess, Albert Chiosa, Salvatore Minera, and Logan Jake.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 New Jersey State High School champions, St. Augustine Prep.
RugbyWrapUp.com. Global sports reporting, sometimes with a wink.